This has been in the works for months, but now the reality of ending decades of Cold War tensions with Cuba is fast approaching. Later this morning in the Rose Garden, the president will announce the U.S. and Cuba have reached an agreement to reestablish diplomatic relations and reopen embassies in both Havana and Washington. Right now, both governments have only small interest section offices, but now those offices will become full-blown embassies. And Secretary of State John Kerry is also expected to offer more details on these next steps in that process. In the meantime, State Department spokesman John Kirby told Wolf Blitzer Kerry may travel to Cuba for the opening of the U.S. embassy. Here's what he had to say.
What we're focused on is less the travel schedule and more the effort here in achieving the president's objective of restoring diplomatic negotiations with Cuba, what that looks like, how that's processed, how we do that over time.
And the White House has also not ruled out a presidential trip to Cuba before President Obama leaves office. That would be astounding. After all, it was Dwight Eisenhower who severed diplomatic relations with Cuba way back in 1961. As for the new embassies, I'm told by administration officials that the current head of the U.S. interest section in Havana could become the next ambassador, as Republicans in Congress will likely try to block any new appointment there. And check this out. Want to point this out to you. Here in Washington, the Cubans have been getting ready to raise their flag, installing this flagpole out in front of the Cuban interest section in Washington, which is just up 16th Street from the White House. You can almost see the White House from the interest section building.